All right, man. We live, man. We is live. This is not something that I had planned in my schedule, YouTube videos or whatnot. This is definitely 100% spur of the moment, based off of some events that have happened in my personal life. You know, I don't really, I don't really touch on my personal life a lot like that anymore on my YouTube, but you know, it is what it is, man. Sometimes you gotta speak on shit, man. You know what I'm saying? You got to speak on it so people can know what you where you at. Because I think a lot of things go and nobody says anything about it because you know, especially in black families, because nobody ever checks it. You know what I'm saying? Nobody checks it. You know, and a lot of things like that people say about you go unchecked, and it just continues to be, you know, said and said and said and said and said over again. So I just feel like this is a situation where it needs to be checked. So it was brought to my attention by an undisclosed source that I'm not gonna get into too many details. Um, that a lot of people in my family have been talking about me around my son. You know what I'm saying? So, you know, apparently they feel some type of way about me for whatever reason. I still didn't get the specific details as to why they feel the way they feel about me, you know what I'm saying, or whatever. All I heard was, yo, they've been saying it around your son. So now my son is going around telling people that he don't like me because of what he's hearing people say about me. And I got an issue with that because it's just like, why do people feel like for one, if you don't like me, cool. I'm cool with that. You can tell by my YouTube and the comments that be in my YouTube and the videos that be made about me. I really don't give a fuck about people not liking me. That's just something that I've learned to be accustomed to. I really don't care. You dig what I'm saying? But at the end of the day, when it's coming from family, you feel what I'm saying? Like when it's coming from people that's supposed to be like in your circle or whatever, then it's just like nah, man. Like it's just so crazy because these are people who you would, I ain't gonna say take a bullet for, you know, because you know depending on how close you know you ain't gonna take a bullet for everybody in your family. But these are still people who you would go to war for. You would go to bat with. You dig what I'm saying? People that you've lived with, people that you have, you know, broke bread with in different occasions on different situations, and you really haven't given none of these people any reason to not like you. You know what I'm saying? So a lot of times when these people don't like you, they don't like you because of something that they've heard about you or something that they assume because they never address you about it. That's the crazy part. A lot of people are walking around not liking other people based off of shit that they heard and never verified. When in reality, if they would have just verified it or at least attempted to verify, they would find out that not only do they, you know, like the person, that they cool as hell, or it was never a problem to begin with. See, the problem with all this shit, especially when it's with family or whatever, is communication. Look at YouTube. A lot of beefs on YouTube get blown out of proportion because people are too prideful or too in their feelings to speak up and speak one-on-one, face-to-face. Everybody want to throw a subliminal here and throw a subliminal back and forth. That's why I stopped doing subliminals for the most part. You know what I'm saying? I might throw one here and there and then whatever. But I stopped doing subliminals. You know what I'm saying? When it comes to this YouTube shit, if I got a problem with anybody, whether it's, you know, TB, LaShawn, Sinister, Party Hard, Little Dog, Little Guy, Ike Stevens, B Smooth, Ghost, whoever, I'm gonna say their name and I'm gonna say what my issue is with them, and then it's gonna be that we gonna go bump heads or we gonna leave it alone. You know what I'm saying? So, and I just thought that that's how it's supposed to be. But it just seemed like not everybody on that type of time, man. Like, and for it to be family, man. Like, I ain't never been one to shit on none of my family. Like, I may come on social media and I may come up here and brag and boast and all that. Look, I'm sweating this shit. I'm so excited. I may come up here and brag and boast and all that from time to time when I get a nice check. Like, oh, I made 2 bands this week. Oh, I did this, I did that. Elevating, cutting people off. But the crazy part is, the 9 times out of 10, the people that I'm talking about don't even be the people who get offended. It be the people who it be in the back, don't even be in the back of my mind. You ever said something on Facebook or Instagram, and you might reshare a post that's like a motivational something or whatever, yo, and you say it, you post it, and then you get a phone call or a text from somebody you was least expecting it to you know what I'm saying? Like, huh? Like, bro, I wasn't even talking about you. Like, that guilt be crazy, man. There's a lot of people in your circle that really don't fuck with you, but pretending to fuck with you. So when you say certain shit, they go in defense mode because they already don't fuck with you. They just putting on the front. So they just waiting for their opportunity. Like, oh, is he dissing me? Now we can, you know what I'm saying? Like, I don't like that shit, man. I don't like shady shit like that, man. For real. And for my son to have to be in the middle of that shit, man, that shit bothers me, man. That's a different level of hurt, because it's just like, that's all I got when it's all said and done. You know what I'm saying? I got my marriage, I got my health, but most importantly, I got my son. You dig what I'm saying? Like, that's all this is for, bro. This YouTube shit, this trucking shit, me trying to lose weight, all this is for my son, man. Fuck all this other shit that niggas be talking about. This shit is for him. Me out here trying to flip-flop and figure out my situation and, you know, stressing myself out. This is for him. Period. That's when I say, when I came into trucking, it won't about being no owner-op. It won't about being no, you know, fleet owner and none of that shit. It was about making a better life for my son. Period. By any means necessary. And I kind of got away from that as I ventured into trucking and got lost in the sauce of all these different opportunities that I wasn't used to being offered before. You know what I'm saying? And I kind of veered away from that. But I say all that to say, for me to be out here busting my ass, stressing, trying to figure this thing called life out to better my son's life, all the while for him to be around family. Because I don't just leave my son around any and everybody. You can, you know what I'm saying? He's around maybe a handful of people. So for me to leave him around family, and for me to get a call saying, yo, X, Y, and Z, saying X, Y, and Z around him, and now X, Y, and Z, and it's just like, whoa, wait a minute. You know what I'm saying? Like, that shit, I don't know. Have any of y'all ever dealt with anything like that? People talking about you around your kids? Like, I ain't never experienced nothing like this, man. Like, I don't understand that shit, bro. Like, I know a lot of bum-ass dads, man. I really don't associate with them as much as I used to. Like, you know, before I had my son, it was a lot of niggas that I fucked with, and I knew that these niggas won't taking care of their kids, and, you know, but that won't none of my business. But once I had my son, and I started experiencing fatherhood, I lost respect for a lot of them cats, so I kind of did away with them, don't chill with them. So if it's dudes out there that you may have saw me with back then, if it's dudes that you would have saw me with back then that you don't see me with now as much, because they a bum dad, man. So it's just crazy, man. That shit is craziness. Like, this shit is really, like, that's it. See, when I be talking about all the other stuff on YouTube, like if Al Smith, shout out to Al Smith, when he do videos about me, that shit don't bother me no more, man. I mean that from the bottom of my heart. I laugh at them shits and I share it. You know what I'm saying? What are you gonna say? I'm fat, I flip-flop, I'm a snitch. Woo! Been saying that for 4 years, man. That shit just, you know what I'm saying? When people call me a flip-flop in the comment section, that shit don't bother me, man. I see that shit 50 times a video. Like, and that's the one that y'all don't see, because y'all just see the comments that come through. Yeah, I could go on my shit and see comments that's under review, comments that have been deleted by moderators, and that shit is a whole nother level from what I allow to stay in the comment section. Don't none of that shit bother me. Those are subscribers. They're paying me by watching my video to talk shit. I love that. Talk all the shit you want. I'ma keep sharing it and pointing it out. I'm cool with that. But this shit type of shit right here, where my son is being affected, that's a little different. That's a little different, man. And it's just so crazy because, yeah, Dre never stopped being a moderator, D-Raj. You know, back when everybody was hopping on that trend of fuck Dre, oh Dre ain't shit. Yeah, he never lost his wrench in this live feed. Pause. You know what I'm saying? I ain't hop on that trend, but everybody back cool with Dre now. But ain't nobody gonna say nothing. That's all good, man. We ain't even gonna get it. That's not even the point of the live feed. So we ain't even gonna go over there with that. Dre, you know, but whatever. A lot of y'all niggas phony than a motherfucker. But we ain't gonna talk on that. Anyways, back to what I was talking about, man. Like, yeah, man, that's just a little different. And it was so funny because when I came back out here on this truck, on the road, I am really sweating. That is craziness. When I came back out here on the road, right? One of my biggest, what up, Smitty? One of my biggest fears was being away from my son. You know, I felt like that he was old enough to know, okay, daddy's going to make money so that we can keep living a nice life. But it's still just so many things as a father that you want to protect your son from, that you physically have to be there to protect him from. You know what I'm saying? And these are one of those things, man. Like a phone conversation for situations like this just don't cut it, man. It just ain't the same, man. I need to be able to see him. I need to be able to look him in his eyes. You know what I'm saying? And be like, yo, it's okay. You ain't do nothing wrong. Thank you for being honest with that. You know what I'm saying? And that's one of the hard things about being an OTR truck driver, or a truck driver that's regional or away from his family, you know, more than, you know, a couple times a week, is these type of situations. And these are the type of situations. This is why I say I show y'all everything. Because, see, most people going to look at this like, oh, what is he talking about? This is just some stupid black people drama, you know, did that blah, 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 blah. But this is the reality of trucking. This is the shit that you're going to have to deal with, as on top of fucked up companies, no freight, you know, half-ass paying truck driving jobs, you know, all this bullshit that we deal with as truck drivers, all that on top of whatever family drama you got back at the house. That's why when you come out here and you get this CDL and you choose to go OTR, you gotta really be ready to ask yourself, are you about this life? Because a lot of these situations are simple fixes if you are physically there. If you're present, because again, you already know what it is, man. A shit talking motherfucker ain't gonna talk shit with you with you there. Period. I don't care what nobody say. Half of this stuff that be going around on YouTube, I promise you, if the cats go meet up at the truck stop or the truck show and whatever they want to meet up at, none of this stuff is being spoken on. I promise you, I guarantee it. I've seen it with my own two eyes. You know what I'm saying? So it's just like, you know, not to veer off from the point. So it's just like you got to be ready for that as a truck driver. Like, it's going to be a lot of stuff that you thought was cool and good at the crib, that as soon as you get on that highway and you about $150 west of your house, or $150 north, south, east, wherever, shit gonna pop. You gonna be like, what's wrong with, you know what I'm saying? Like, what's going on? The hell is going on? You know what I'm saying? You're gonna be like, wait a minute, everything was just good when I was home yesterday. I promise you, man. And if you think I'm lying, keep driving trucks. You may still be new. You only got 3 months OTR experience or 6 months OTR. Keep driving trucks. Keep staying on that road. Keep letting these guys tell you OTR for life, and you know, I don't need to go home that often. Yeah, okay. You gonna fuck around, come home to an empty house in a cardboard box. Y'all keep trying to act tough like you ain't got relationships at the crib. You ain't got a significant other that wants you to come home. Y'all be trying to act tough up on this social media. Let me be the first, second, and last to tell you, if you got an old lady at the crib that wants you home, you ain't gonna be OTR long, dog, if you want to keep that old lady. Now that becomes your choice, whether or not if you want to kick her to the curb or kick OTR to the curb, but you got a decision to make. And it ain't no way around it. So again, this YouTube channel here, this ain't just to keep it between the lines, who paying what good, what freight to pull. No, I'm giving you all that. First-hand experience. First-hand experience. It's some guys out there, y'all wonder why cats go local and only make $800 a week, because they can't go on that road. They either don't trust their old lady don't want them to go out there, or for whatever reason, they got some type of situation at the crib. They may be a single father or a single mother. You just never know, man. And I think that's the one thing that we always forget to ask in trucking when we ask somebody about what they're doing is, what is your home situation like? Because that is pivotal in making a decision in trucking. Your home life affects whether or not you're going to go run that road for 2 months. Your home life affects if, okay, you know what, man, $850 a week is okay money. What the fuck is that, D-Raj? You know what I'm saying? So y'all can act tough in the comments and talk all that stuff you want to talk, but this is what trucking is really about. This is what'll make a nigga get up out that truck before any type of other setbacks. A lot of your favorite YouTubers have transitioned from OTR to local, or from local to OTR because of family situation. They just not gonna come up there and tell y'all that shit. I told you last year. Everybody kept asking, why'd you leave NBI? That was a gravy job, because me and my wife had separated. And instead of me going to get an apartment and a brain, that's funny. And instead of me going to get an apartment and paying another $1,500+ a month for a whole nother space and still paying my half of that situation there, I said, fuck it, I'm gonna go get on the road. That's why I was miserable. Had nothing to do with the freight. My home situation sucked. But see, people don't tell you that, man. You can't, bro, I promise you, when they say you can't judge a book by the cover, I promise you that got to be one of the most accurate sayings of all time, man. Like, for real, man. You cannot judge a book by its cover, man. Y'all out here watching people's situations and you think you got it all figured out. But it's that one little small thing that you missing is why you can't achieve that same success. That's all I'm saying, man. That's all I'm saying, man. I ain't want to come up here and yell and scream at the camera, but this is what I had on my heart, man. You know, family talking about me to my son. What they said, I don't know. I'm sure my phone gonna blow up after this live feed go off, but I really don't care, because I'm gonna say what I'm gonna say. Period. One thing I don't play about is my son, man. Everything I do is for my son. Everything I do is for my son. Period. And if you out here with kids, everything you doing need to be for your kids. Period. Don't let nobody get you caught up. Don't make the mistake I made. One of the biggest mistakes I made out here in trucking, man, is I was chasing money. Been chasing money for a long time, man. And chasing money is cool, you know, but what I should have been chasing was consistency. I should have been chasing consistency, man. Consistency as an all-around man, health-wise, spiritually wise, with my marriage, and as a father. And sometimes we're willing to play with it. You know, it's almost like the settings on the radio. You know, sometimes you want to turn the treble down or whatever, and you want a little bit more bass. Sometimes you don't want no bass. You just wanna hear some singers, some good singers, some smooth R&B. You don't want no bass. And that's just kind of how it is with life, man. We just out here playing with the functions, playing with the, you know what I'm saying? What is the perfect balance for everything. And that's all it is, man. That's all it is, man. It's about quality of life. For real. So when I say, I don't want to buy a truck, or I'm not in a rush to buy a truck, I mean that's your wholeheartedly at this point. I don't want to be out here stressing, man. I don't want to be out here and stressing about a truck that I can't afford because I rushed into it. And there's something to go wrong at home, and now I'm overreacting on my home situation because of what I'm stressing about in the truck. You know what I'm saying? That shit coincides, man. It's I think that's the proper term. But that shit, you know what I'm saying? Y'all, your home situation gotta be right, man. That's another thing. Some of us, because I'm gonna say us, because I did it. Some of you are going into business with a bad home situation, man, and that's oh my God, that's a setup for a disaster. Some of you are going, and some of us, because I'm gonna include myself, because I did it, are going into business ventures with a bad home situation. That is, business-wise, it really might not affect too much of anything as far as business, but your mental, whoo, man, you're gonna be drinking a 6-pack a night or sniffing coke. Man, it's mentally, that's gonna drain you, dog. You can't be out. How you gonna be focusing on what type of freight rates I'm a book for? Let me make sure I do my pre-trip. Oh, did I check the numbers on that last load to make sure they paid me? And then you got an old lady screaming at you on the phone. Your kids at getting in trouble at school or whatever it may be. Now all of a sudden your daughter want to be a boy. Your son want to be a daughter. You know what I'm saying? You got a 16-year-old, she pregnant. Y'all don't think that stuff affects the mentee or how you operate these? Why you think there's so many mad truck drivers out here on the fucking road? They ain't mad at that freight. They mad at what's going on at the crib. Come on, man. You gotta keep it a buck. Then you say you and your wife were good. She 100% has my back. Again, that was last year when we went through what we went through. We good now. We solid. So that's no question. But yeah, man, that's all I got, man. You know what I'm saying? I'm finna lay it down. Nah, I'm not. I'm finna go. Don't do Be Smooth. Be Smooth says he owns 6 trucks but can never go home. Oh man, hey man, I'm sorry to hear that. Bro, I went mental at home one day, and yeah, it's a lot, man. Trucking is a stressful gig, man. Trucking is a very, very, very stressful gig. Make no mistake, it's a reason why this is one of the most dangerous jobs out here. It's not always because of the driving, man. It's a lot because of what it can do up here. There's truck drivers out here killing themselves, man. Make no mistake about it. Didn't the Swift driver just kill himself earlier this year? Y'all think it's a joke because, some of us have been trained and raised to be stronger mentally than the average, but it's a lot of people out here that's struggling with a lot of stuff, man. You know what I mean? But, whatever. That's all I got for y'all tonight, man. I appreciate y'all coming in here. 102 people in here is craziness. I didn't even expect to get this, but since there's 100 of you in here, if you'd be so kind as to hit that like button and share this video, man. And regularly scheduled programming comes back up tomorrow morning. We'll continue to give you an update on my journey with this company as a butane hauler and all that stuff. And yeah, man, that's what it is. Thanks for rocking with me for these 25 minutes, man. As always, you know what it is. Stay safe, stay positive, stay productive. God Family Trucking. As always, take care of your hustle. Your hustle always take care of you, man. I'm out here.